This hurts us both, but it's not my wound to suture. Claire must be the surgeon.
Surgeon. Surgeon.
Claire must be the surgeon.
Look, Freddie, you know how this works. They don't just want the ribs, they want the experience, but without having to leave the suburbs for it.
Suburb. Suburb.
But without having to leave the suburbs for it.
We have a public history.
I donated work for you.
Donate. Donate.
I donated work for you.
It's a shame it takes this for us to talk to one another.
You will, besides this?
Besides. Besides.
You will, besides this?
Good afternoon. I have very little to say, only that I never had any romantic involvement with Claire Underwood.
Romantic. Romantic.
Only that I never had any romantic involvement with Claire Underwood.
Why is it taking them almost a full day to respond?
I'm sure you can understand they wanted to consult with legal counsel first regarding...
Consult. Consult.
And they wanted to consult with legal counsel first regarding... I'm saying they'll be out here in 30 minutes, and you can quote them instead of me. Thank you all very much for your patience.
Patience. Patience.
Thank you all very much for your patience.
Fuck this.
Where are you going?
To do something meaningful with my time.
Meaningful. Meaningful.
To do something meaningful with my time.
I find it very painful.
Painful. Painful.
I find it very painful. And he needed to distance himself. But really all we have here is a very talented photographer and a...
Talented. Talented.
Here is a very talented photographer and a... But really all we have here is a very talented photographer and a prized possession.
Prize. Prize.
And a prized possession.
The press have been harassing us the past 2 days.
We barely made it out of the building without being trampled. Oh, how awful.
Awful. Awful.
Oh, how awful.
She refuses to leave the lobby.
Lobby. Lobby.
She refuses to leave the lobby.
No, but Wu Binyang did. He's Feng's biggest rival in Beijing.
Rival. Rival.
He's Feng's biggest rival in Beijing. I can't accept gifts.
No, not as a gift. No, as a reminder of how hard it can be to...
Reminder. Reminder.
No, as a reminder of how hard it can be to... No, as a reminder of how hard it can be to put something back together again once it's been crushed.
Crush. Crush.
Put something back together again once it's been crushed.
You gotta get a safe or something. Maybe one of those pickup services.
Hiccup. Hiccup.
Maybe one of those pickup services.
You gonna get rid of that thing?
Rid. Rid.
You gonna get rid of that thing?
For sticking up a convenience store in Columbia Heights. During a high-speed pursuit...
Pursuit. Pursuit.
During a high-speed pursuit, Hayes lost control and crashed into another vehicle, killing an elderly couple.
Elderly. Elderly.
Killing an elderly couple.
His son did time for narcotics, trafficking, distribution...
I've never met his son.
Let's hold off and tackle...
Tackle. Tackle.
Let's hold off and tackle...
So you're suggesting that Mr. Galloway's photo is a fake?
Well, I don't know anything about professional photography.
Photography. Photography.
Well, I don't know anything about professional photography. Well, not my word. The Vice President of the United States. It's his word versus that of a potentially troubled man.
Versus. Versus.
It's his word versus that of a potentially troubled man. It's his word versus that of a potentially troubled man.
Troubled?
Potentially. Or maybe he has a motive.
Motive. Motive.
Or maybe he has a motive. I don't know. My job is to separate fact from fiction, just like yours is, Candy. But
Candy. Candy.
just like yours is, Candy. But
You want me to make something?
Oh, you go ahead. I'm not hungry.
Hungry. Hungry.
Oh, you go ahead. I'm not hungry.
Oh, Claire's got a suit of armor 3 inches thick. We'll get through all this garbage.
Garbage. Garbage.
We'll get through all this garbage. Selling the joint?
That's right.
What are you talking about?
The franchise thing with the sauce.
Franchise. Franchise.
The franchise thing with the sauce.
Well, why do you have to sell yours?
Darnell's bail.
Well, doesn't that guy have to give you $100 grand regardless?
Hey.
Regardless. Regardless.
Wouldn't that guy have to give you $100 grand regardless?
Hey. We used to clear 60 G's a month. I seen guys shot down, execution style.
Execution. Execution.
I seen guys shot down, execution style. I seen guys shot down, execution style. I didn't give a shit.
Shit. Shit.
I didn't give a shit. You was a good customer, that's it. You ain't gotta pretend to be my friend.
Pretend. Pretend.
You ain't gotta pretend to be my friend.
The road to power is paved with hypocrisy and casualties.
Casualty. Casualty.
And casualties.
Inessa's father is a human rights activist in Bogota. The government have charged him with treason for working with the rebels.
Rebel. Rebel.
And for working with the rebels.
Do not mistake any history you have shared for the slightest understanding of what our marriage is.
Slight. Slight.
For the slightest understanding of what our marriage is.
So we need to move quickly.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs is involved now. The judge isn't going to rush a conviction in less than 12 hours.
Conviction. Conviction.
Judge isn't going to rush a conviction in less than 12 hours.
And he's very sensitive to Durant's views on human rights.
Are you giving up on this?
No, just being realistic.
Realistic. Realistic.
No, just being realistic.
So we can leave the house now?
the sooner you get back to normal work, the better.
All the meetings I had to cancel.
Cancel. Cancel.
All the meetings I had to cancel. All the meetings I had to cancel. Let's find a way to get them back on the books.
Yes, sir.
I need to push ahead with the assault bill.
Assault. Assault.
Photographer. Photographer.